everyone, this is Thursday, September 29th, and today I am away at golf for CASA. If you missed your Unit 1 test yesterday, then you are going to finish that tomorrow, Friday. You're going to write that on Friday. Today we're going to be looking at Unit 2, Day 1, and there's also a challenge question. You can pick both questions. There's 2 questions. You can pick both questions to do or just 1 question to do, but that will be due tomorrow. All right, so let's take a peek at some of these algebraic expressions. So you should have this in front of you and something to write with. All right, and anytime the supply teacher can always press pause and we can see if students can answer these questions throughout the lesson. All right, so we have translating terms into symbols. The term add, okay, what does that mean? Right, and then what does a symbol look like? Okay, you guys got that. That's a plus sign. What about the word sum? Again, a plus sign, more, increase by. We're all adding things here. Right, greater, we could use this sign where something on the left is greater than something on the right, or less, something on the left is less than something on the right. Difference means we are finding the difference between 2 values. That means we're subtracting. Subtract, again, means to subtract. Diminished by, that means, again, we're subtracting. Product means we're multiplying. Divide. Dividing. Equal. Equal. Results. Again, equals is, was, are. So 4 plus 5 is. So is, was, and are all means to be equals. Total means to be equals, and then times means to multiply. All right, so translating the following from English to algebra, we're going to be looking at a number. A number in algebra just means any value that can be inputted in for a variable, which is x, or you can use any letter you like. A number added to 5 would be a number, so x plus 5. Again, you can pause this at any time and try it out yourself. I'm just going through it quite quickly because my video is only allowed to be 15 minutes or less. 3 times a number, 3x, a number diminished by 3, so a number diminished by 3, so a number like 7 diminished by 3, we get the number 4. So if we had 7 in here, 7 minus 3 is 4, diminished meaning subtraction. 4 more than a number, so we would be adding 4, so you could have 4 plus x or x plus 4. The difference between 6 times a number and 7, so the difference between 6 times a number and 7, so we're doing 6 times a number, subtract 7, twice a number less 12, so 2 times x, subtract 12. 2 consecutive integers would mean 2 numbers that are side by side. So let's say it's like x, 2 consecutive integers would be x and x plus 1. So if x was 5, the next integer in line would be 6, 5 plus 1. So 5 and 5 plus 1 is 5 and 6. 2 consecutive even integers, so let's say x is even, then it's x plus 2, right? If x is even, so like 4, then 4 plus 2 gives you 6. That's the next consecutive even integer in line. 2 consecutive odd integers would be the same thing if x is odd, so we have to decipher that x is odd, and then it'd be x plus 2, right? Because the next odd integer is not 1 away, but the next one away. The sum of 2 consecutive odd integers is 296. Okay, so if x is odd again, we'd have the sum. Here's 1. There's your first odd plus your second odd is 296. 3 times a number increased by 10 is 37. So 3 times a number increased by 10 is 37. Again, you can pause it at any time, try them out. The length is 4 more than the width. So the length is longer by 4 more. One half a number is 30. So half of a number is 30. You can kind of guess what that is. 16 subtracted from 5 times a number. So 16 subtracted from 5 times a number. So it's subtracted from. That means you do 5 times the number, subtract 16 is equals the number plus 4. Twice a number decreased by 8 is 0. The product of twice a number. So the product meaning that twice a number, or the product of twice a number. You could say just twice a number or product of twice a number is and 16. The product of twice a number and 16. So we're multiplying this by 16 is 64. And 25 is 5 less than 6 times a number diminished by 2. So 25 is, so that means equals 5 less than 6 times the number, so 6x, 5 less than 6 times the number diminished by 2. All right. Okay, on the back you have a homework right here. So write as many words as you can think for each mathematical operation. So addition, you're writing as many words as you can think of these things, even symbols. And then here you're going to write down the algebraic situation that's occurring here. And then you will be working on your challenge problem. So there's 2 challenge problems. The first one's the jelly bean problem, and the next one is the painted cube. Definitely try the jelly bean problem first. It's a little bit easier than the painted cube. The painted cube is a nice, a really good, tough challenge problem. If you want to do both, that's even better. That would be like your level 4. If you're going to do one, then you're at level 3. But you're definitely trying one or both of these problems. Okay, so the jelly bean problem, we have a jar of jelly beans sat on the teacher's desk. Suhong was very hungry, so he helped himself to half of the jelly beans. Angela forgot to bring a snack for recess, so she ate a third of what was left in the jar. Fatima saw Angela eating jelly beans at recess, so when she came back into the room, she took a fourth of the remaining jelly beans. When Tim returned from recess, he quickly sat down and got organized. So while others were getting ready, Tim helped himself to 6 jelly beans from the jar. And Yasmin was hoping to get some too, but when she went to the jar, there were only 3 left in the jar. She quickly ate those up. So how many jelly beans were there to begin? So go ahead and try this problem. So definitely try this problem, and then after you're done this problem, you can definitely try the painted cube problem as well, and you will be handing this in tomorrow, Friday, in class. So you're trying one or both. If you're only doing one, I want you to do the jelly bean problem. The painted cube, we have a 3 by 3 by 3 cube that is made of 27 smaller cubes that is dipped into a bucket of red paint so that the outside, only the outside, is completely covered in paint. How many of the small cubes will have one face painted? So a face would be just like this outer square. How many of the cubes would have 2 sides painted? And then how many would have 3 sides painted? And how many will have no faces painted? All right, now try a 4 by 4 by 4 cube, and same kind of thing. So how many small cubes will have 1 face painted, 2 face painted, 3 face painted, and no faces painted? And what about a 5 by 5 by 5? All right, Hannah in tomorrow, and we will see you tomorrow in class.